Welcome to Tuesday Truths. I'm Andrew, your host, and today we're diving into the most powerful moments from this week's conversation with this week's amazing, inspiring guest. These are clips, but they're also insights that'll change how you see your own journey. So let's get right into it.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I say that to my clients as well. And when you get a taste of it, you just go, ooh, this can be a bit scary. But then when you embrace it and you keep going, it's awesome.
It's like, it's climbing a mountain, and when you get to that mountain, you see the bigger mountain in the distance. You go, well, I've just done that one. I can at least give that one a shot.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't mean you're not going to fall down, because of course you are. Yeah, it's those one, and that's another very fashionable thing, those 1%ers, isn't it? But it's so true. I chip away, and I really got myself used to being uncomfortable now. And when I get used to being uncomfortable, I become comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then it's the next chapter, which would have felt 10 times harder if I hadn't crossed that one behind me.
But you got comfortable, didn't you, though, Andrew?
I did, absolutely.
And then you find something else.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Makes you uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah, and you keep going, and it just gets easier. And then you look back and speaking in front of 5,000 people. Oh, yes. That's all right. I'm on 10 now. You know what I mean?
But you've got to have that drive. There are people who just don't have that. They haven't been supported to think like that. They haven't been exposed to it. So they have sometimes a defeatist approach of it's too hard. I can't do that. And they've probably been told all their life that they can't.
Yeah.
Keep life simple. So the environment is beyond. Even if your family unit's not ideal, you can still choose who you associate with or who you hang out with. That 3-5 people that you hang with.
Yeah.
My husband used to always tell me, you don't have many friends, Helen. I go, I don't need 20 friends.
Just one good one.
And he's the same now. Quality. It's quality.
Absolutely.
And if they pull you up and aren't leeches and don't drain you, then it's good. My my first business coach said to me, and this is, it's not being rude, but it's okay to be the dumbest person in the room.
Oh, I say the same thing to the kids at school. Be the fool in the room.
Yes.
That's my saying. Be the fool in the room.
Yes.
Amazing.
And it's okay. And so I've learned I don't know everything. So you learn from others. That's why I was hooked when you were talking at that LinkedIn meeting, because I love to learn about people's experiences as well. It's awesome.
And that's why we're here tonight.
Correct.
Been a long time coming, hasn't it, Helen?
We got here.
We got here eventually. I usually start off with how you're leading your own way. You're doing a few amazing things professionally since that year has changed.
Sure.
Talk to us about how you're leading your own way now then.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 2 core things that I do. The last 25 years have a private practice as a dietitian. And I'm a one-man show, and I've learnt how to do that and hope be able to run a full-time workload on a part-time basis. But what I love about it is I help people make food their friend and stop dieting and reduce the guilt and increase the emotional control. I love it. So that's my passion around the dietetic business. So not very clinical. Don't ask me about which food has vitamin K and how much. Don't know.
Yeah.
There's apps that can tell you. I'm more around the coaching to make that change. Learn to eat a little of everything guilt-free. And over the years, I've always helped people with their business to achieve the same result that I have. Be able to run a full-time workload on a part-time basis, but better service the clients. So then with the situation during COVID that happened, I went, I need time out. Took a year off, regrouped, did another business coaching opportunity of a course, and now I formally teach consultants, business owners, small, medium enterprise businesses how to leverage from their expert knowledge to work 20 hours less, double their income, and better service their clients. So I now have a business hat, which is nice. So I can help people with their health and their wealth. That's a nice combination, because you need both for ultimate health. Otherwise, if we're chasing our tail, the stress doesn't suit the body. So we need both. health and wealth to achieve what you need to achieve. And I try and think, why would that person say that comment in that way? What's bothering them today, possibly? Because I choose to be not a glass half full, but a glass full. And it is full, even if it's half full of water, because the other half is full of air. So I choose to see things with a glass that's full and understand where they're coming from. Take a breath and quietly just ask a question back to clarify. I don't jump, I just clarify.
Yeah.
And I just, I talk to myself in that way.
And that's a great mindset to be in, but I think you probably have that mindset because you have good connection in your life. You've got some of those things you've achieved through your visual, your manifestation with the things you wanted to achieve by a certain age, with your caravan and your camper trail and going away and having your family, good connection. You're a dietitian, so clearly you put good food into your body, you exercise, you do all of those things. But do you think you'd have the same mindset if you didn't have those, let's call them raw materials, going into your body every day? It would be easier to slip, wouldn't it? Don't you think? That's how I look at it anyway. You're fulfilling and putting raw materials in the body that's needed to thrive. But if you were eating, let's say, crap every day, do you think you'd have the same mindset? I don't know. The
clarity won't be there.
Yeah.
To make decisions faster, clearer, and move forward.
And being present.
And being present. And the support network around you is important. It's crucial.
Yeah.
And that's where your question to me earlier was, are you content? I am content because my standards of myself, of what I accept, is nothing more than pleasant. There's no unpleasantries anymore. I don't accept it from anyone, just to keep the peace. And as a result, you feel stronger. And when there's vulnerabilities, you don't get squashed as much, because you can address uncomfortable situations comfortably and peacefully, because often it's just a misunderstanding. Rather than dwelling on it, you address it and move on. And if it can't be changed, doesn't have to be a part of your circle, let it go.
Through that 8 months of you being upset, if I was a fly on the wall in your house, what were some of those dark moments I would have seen you go through? What I would be like, what I'll be doing. Yeah, your mental state. Maybe I should say a fly in your head, or I was in your mind. What sort of things would I have seen and heard and felt through your soul, let's say, in those 8 months? Okay, if someone was inside me, an actress, superficial actress, acting. To get through the day. And then when I was on my own, it would just roll out. It could be a simple thing, a song. It could be a thought. The stupid comments, things like that. Would be enough to trigger me, and then that would just mean that I would be upset all day. So I would come home, Steve would see me, and he'll go, "You've had a hard day." I go, "Yeah." He said, "I don't know what to say." I go, "I don't need to say anything. Yeah. You've just acknowledged it. That's enough." Yeah. He'll give me a hug, and we're good. People don't need to say anything. So that's where I struggled. So I still worked. I loved it. No one knew what was going on. Yeah. But as soon as my acting stopped and I was in the car, it was a constant effort pushing those negative thoughts out. And that took time. Yeah. That took energy. And I just found a rhythm in pushing it out faster. I always say, you know what, if I'm just going to give one simple piece of advice, just eat things that grow from the ground, or anything that eats from the growing ground. It can just be that simple. How we used to eat thousands of years ago. Would you agree, or have you got any other piece of advice? Because I probably go really harsh and you have this nice touch. Just to eat what you want when you want. I struggle. No. You can't eat what you want whenever you want and get the results that you're after. Yes. You need to do the right thing, I would say 80-90% of the time, with 10% leeway or 20%, whatever the person chooses. Yeah. I totally agree. If you can pull it out of the ground,
off the tree, similar concept to what you were saying, where they've keeping it clean, you can't go wrong, 100%.
Yeah.
The problem is there are so many issues even with clean food. It's
Sprayed.
nutrient poor.
Yeah.
There's too many pesticides.
Yeah.
And so in principle, absolutely crucial. And then I take it a next step. You have to look at your gut health and you have to look at reducing inflammation, because those two together, and managing stress levels. So I've got the 3 pillars above the basic that you just said, which is I agree with 1,000,000 times over.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go into details at all, but I am a fan of particular supplementation to support the constant attack that our gut has. We need to repair on an ongoing basis through our food. So the more fiber, the more variety, better gut health that you have, better bacteria that you have.
Yeah,
And then there's things that we can take to reduce inflammation and support healing as well.
Yeah.
So I would just love to add that on top of the concept that you described, and which I would totally agree. The challenge is not enough people do it. They don't keep it simple enough.
That's
and
right.
how to quickly implement it is when you cut the sugar out or down from liquids that you drink, your taste buds change within 2 weeks and you start enjoying the natural flavors in food. By golly gee, a boiled carrot, a raw carrot, or a roasted carrot tastes differently.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
And it's natural flavors. Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't put anything else into my liquid-wise other than water now.
Yeah.
Literally don't. I'm not even exaggerating. Once in a blue moon, I've had a McDonald's after basketball, which again is a very big one, like 5%er in the course of a month, at 80-20 rule, but it's like 5% of what it, but it's, I've had 1 Coke, I reckon, in the last year.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Andrew, the burgers at a Hungry Jack's are better in my opinion.
Tell the whole basketball team that, then we'll see we go where they go and try it. And the fries at McDonald's, I must admit, are pretty good, but I just know how bad they are.
Oh, they are. It's shocking. You eat and you just go, wow. So yeah, it's once a year, if that.
It's even like orange. Like, let's take a piece of fruit, an orange, for example. You need 8 oranges to get the same nutrient value that one would have given you 40 years ago. That just shows you the change in the genetic part of an orange. Even fruit. Look at smoothies. The glycemic intake increases by 400% just because of the processes that you put through. But yet they look beautiful, they smell good, and they taste gorgeous. People think and perceive that they're healthy, but that glycemic intake is increased by 400%, which is not doing your insides any good whatsoever.
And that's what people don't understand, and that's where that dietary advice comes into the clinic, because when you adjust those misunderstandings, you have a big impact. It's very simple, but it's how it's relayed.
Yeah.
It's harder for work bullying to occur these days. If you feel comfortable enough, discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
But often people might not discuss it because they're scared of losing their job, and then financially what that means. So what I have advised clients of mine who have gone through that journey and can't leave financially, I say stay, and I help them with put different glasses on to cope better within the environment. Number 2, look for another opportunity so that when you find something you can leave.
Yeah.
And then always long term have a backup plan. One income stream is not enough. I couldn't have left the consultancy position if I was the sole breadwinner.
Yeah.
But because it's back up in the family and we were at a particular point that I could drop that consultancy position because I had others, it empowered me to move on. So I always work at 2 or 3 different clinics to keep the diversity up, the options up. So if one goes, there's still 2 income streams coming into the business for me.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're an employee I still think you need get a hobby that you like, that you're passionate about, and it makes you feel awesome, and you really love it, and then see how you can make income out of it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by having something else to dilute the rubbish that can go on in the workplace environment. And often it's not their fault, it's other people's insecurities and issues deflected on the person.
I said the same thing to kids today. You know, anyone that's being treated poorly, we were doing a bit of a well-being class, and I said, it's not the people being hurt. It's the people, they're insecure and they're filling in gaps that they need, that subconsciously they feel that they need filling in to be, you know, for themselves to feel empowered. And that's probably where mine came from. I don't know, I can't prove it, but I'm going to add a little bit of piece for advice if anyone is going through any bullying and circumstances. Obviously, there's layers to these conversations, but if you do pick it up, just make a note. Start documenting stuff as well. I think that's always powerful too. That's what I was reluctant to do, and I'm glad I did. It paid off in the end.
Well done.
What you just witnessed is only a snippet of our amazing conversation this week. This is what Leading Our Own Way is all about. Real stories, real transformation. If you're watching this before Wednesday, part 1 dropped yesterday and part 2 releases tomorrow. But if you're already here after Wednesday, all parts are available now. Head to YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts and every other major platform and look for the numbers on the bottom left-hand corner of the episode's covers to start with part 1. Trust me, you don't want to miss this incredible journey.